Yeah, so, you know, this is the fact that our people, they're just blind right about now. With 2/3 of them, you know. But the Most High is making it where the elect is now being woken up and being brought back onto the fold, the flock of Yahawashi's pasture, man. All because of the members of GMS, you know. The brothers that are out there doing the work, making videos, making shows out there on the highways and streets now. Alright? So all it's really about, man, is you can't be under the bounds, this mental imprisonment that we was in. Because before you came to the truth, you was more or less in the mental imprisonment, man. You was confined to the bounds of this present world. The fashions, the ideologies. You were subject to all these philosophies. But now when you come into this truth, you're pretty much set free. You can see afar off, man. But anyway, let's get into the scriptures. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So, this is a light affliction, man, that we're going through right about now. This isn't really anything. Because our forefathers like Paul, Peter, alright, Barnabas, who else? And all the apostles, they experienced far more worse tribulation than us now. In this present day and age, man, they were stoned. I mean, I believe 2 Corinthians tells you that, man. Paul tells you the things he went through. He was stoned, journeyings often, you know, because everything was by foot. You know, you had to travel by foot. You didn't really have like cars and buses and trains and stuff like that. You know, you had to travel by foot, so everything was a lot more harsher back then. And remember, Paul he's saying this 2,000 years ago. This is what 60 A.D. when he wrote this to the brothers in Corinthia. And this was just around 2,000 years ago, 60 A.D. And he was saying it was a light affliction. So imagine how much more now, you know? Because we're not going through everything is because of technology. Everything's, you could say, more a bit more easier. So this is light what we're going through. But the things that we're gonna get on the other side is gonna be, you can't even compare it to what we're going through now. You understand? Because this light affliction has got no comparison to what we're going to receive on the other side. I'm talking about we're gonna have talking about that glory, man. I'm talking about we're gonna have so many servants, man, because we're gonna have all the nations under subjection underneath us. Alright? So we're gonna have slaves and servants from each nation. So that means that every Israelite in amongst our people, all Israelites, they're all gonna have servants and slaves each. Every Israelite's gonna have servants, man and woman. You understand? And every Israelite man is gonna have so many children. He's gonna have children out there that he doesn't even know about. So, you know, it's pretty much beyond our comprehension right about now. But you know, it's all gonna be made manifest. A far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Exactly. So that's how we're being set free from the bondage of this present, the ideologies and fashions of this present world, man. Because we're looking at things that are not seen. Alright? Talking about the promises, man. Talking about the kingdom being established, talking about righteousness. You know, where truth and laws are going to be, you know, brought forth once again, man. Like in the days of our great forefathers, David and Solomon, man. So, you know, this is basically part of what comprises our faith. Looking at the things that are not seen rather than the things that are seen, talking about your universities, you know, vainglory, man. That's what that is. University, that's vain right about now. Because the scriptures say the fashions of this world passeth away. Alright? That's what our people don't seem, that's what the 2/3 don't understand, man. They don't understand that what's really going on around them. They don't think they watch the news, you know, and they don't want to be burdened with any type of negativity. They always want to maintain a positive outlook on things, man. They don't want to seem to understand that the Third World War literally is just around the corner. Pretty much has already started, but you know, it's gonna be, the full force of it's gonna come out. They don't even know that the mark of the beast is gonna be implemented this month. March, the 23rd of this March. You know, it's probably gonna start advertising it and shit. Our people, they don't see that because they're in the vain, momentary, temporal glory, man. We're looking for a more. We've got the vision, man. That's what that is, man. Our people don't have vision. That's why they can't see it. But at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. But the things which are not seen are eternal. Exactly. So that's where our hope is, man. That's what our hope is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. We're hoping for eternal glory, man. Something that's gonna be beyond the glory of all the kingdoms that were ever before. The Babylonians, the ancient Egyptians, the Medo-Persians, all these other nations that ruled, but they never ruled by the word of the Most High. Because it's not by bread shall man live, but by every word of the Lord, man. You know, that's what brings life, the word, truth. Truth and wisdom and understanding. And true law and order, man. Which is in the books of Moses. And none of the old school nations ever ruled with that construct. And therefore they all saw their demise. But our kingdom, man, that's really being builded right now with the tabernacle of David. The elders, the different camps around the United States, in Jamaica, in London, which I'm at right now. You know, this kingdom's already being built. But the real establishment of the kingdom on earth, in all its glory, which is really the Lord Yahawashi's kingdom, the Most High's kingdom, alright, which is going to be left to us. We're going to inherit that kingdom. You understand? That's going to be an eternal kingdom. Why? Because we're going to rule by the laws, commandments, and the words of truth, man. And all nations are going to follow that, and they're going to have respect for us, man. Because none of the nations really respect the so-called white man's kingdom. They don't respect his ass, man. There's no moral principle in this place. It's nothing but confusion, hypocritical laws, nothing but madness, things that don't make sense. Women telling men, women and they're hoes. The women are hoes, man. And they're bossing men around. These nations, they don't really respect the so-called white man, man. You know? But when our kingdom's established, they're gonna respect us. So that's what we're hoping for, man. Because these nations, they're gonna respect us, man. Because we're ruling with proper judgment, proper order. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So that's that eternal glory, man. Which hopefully the Lord is going to give to the brothers you see now, pushing forward the truth in all sincerity. This is second epistle of Peter, chapter 1, verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. So basically, when you read the whole chapter is good, but when you start reading it, Peter basically goes into like the spirit work with patience, temperance, love, compassion, without envying or strife, because the 2/3 of our people, they're all about the lust of the flesh. But we, the brothers that have come back onto this truth, we walk a different path now. We've come out of that Gentile state of mind. Talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, Hispanics, those with ears to hear, we see, we're not blind anymore. We walk in the light. We don't walk in the darkness now. We can see the things afar off. Alright? Talking about the kingdom being established in righteousness, in order. There's proper hierarchy. There's proper wisdom and understanding. There's no more of that beastly spirit, man. No more of that Roman Empire behavioral attitudes, man. And you want to see how it's all going to be, man. That's how you really want to see it. You can only imagine, but you can never really fully understand unless you see it. That's what we're waiting for. The manifestation of the promise. Where's the scripture? Book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Yahawashi hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Alright? The yoke of bondage. That's talking about, like I said, the affairs of this life, man. That's what brings us into bondage, man. Going to university and trying to make it in society, all that pressure, all that vanity, trying to keep up with the fashions, try to maintain the respect of your friends, of your worldly friends, that worldly behavior, man, which is going to pass away. That's the yoke of bondage, man. But this truth liberates us, gives us a vision, man, a vision of righteousness, which we hope to maintain. The elect is going to maintain that vision, man, until the Lord returns, and we know He's going to return. Because you have to be like children in this faith, man. You understand?